story probably took place in 95, maybe 96. It was spent, me and a friend of mine, we were skateboarding on the second floor of the 3-story building. That building had a bridge that would go out to the road that would then circle around the building that would go to a trail that would lead to a hole cut in the woods, cut in the fence that would lead to the streets by my house. So we spent a couple hours skateboarding, doing kick flips, heel flips, nollies, ollies, all that good stuff, shove-its, pop shove-its. So it was time to go home, or probably back to my house, go get something to eat, go get something to drink, and just chill. So we wound up, me and my friend were walking out of the building. We got our skateboards in hand. We wound up walking out the loading dock, which was our main entrance in and out of this building. And we would walk down to a road, and we would make a right, and it would start turning up. And when it leveled off, there was a trail that would go straight down to the hole in the fence, or the road would go straight up on an incline, which I described in another story. Well, as we got to the point where we could go up the road further into the woods and walking alongside now the building that we just exited, or we could go through the trail and hop out on the street, we heard the crashing of and breaking of branches coming down that road towards us. And we looked up, and when we did, there was a white Dodge Ram. It was one of the big pickup trucks, like the Bronco, I guess it was, or something like that. But it was a huge, like Bronco looking truck. It was all white, and it had orange line on it, like around the front and around like the back. I immediately recognized it as an old school EMS supervisor truck, because I've seen them in the past, and it's barreling right at us. So instead of running onto the trail where we would have escaped through the hole in the woods, and then we would have been on a block heading back towards my house, we ran, I guess out of shock and just out of total surprise, we ran back into the building. So we ran back into the building. The truck revved up and went even faster until it pulled up to the loading dock. We ran up the stairs on the loading dock and right into the building, and we ran straight up 3 flights of steps. And we heard the doors open up and we heard the doors shut, so we knew that they exited the vehicle. When we got to the tippy top of the stairs, you could enter the attic, which we did, at which time we could hear from the first flight of stairs on the first floor footsteps racing up. We knew that there were sub-attics. There were under like if you walked out onto these beams into the attic, you could drop down into holes in the floor, and if you drop down into them and then back yourself up all the way to, I guess, the entrance or underneath the entrance of the attic, it would be really hard for anybody to see you. So that's exactly what I did. It was about probably like a 3 foot clearance. So you had to squat. My back was against the wall, and I'm standing there, and I could hear them running up the stairs, and I could hear them walking through the 3rd floor. And there was there was I guess it was like a ventilation shaft or something like that, where there was an open cut that would go to the hallway on the 3rd floor. So if I wanted to look through it, I could, but I'd have to be really dumb to do that because I'd give away my hiding spot. So I could hear the crunching of I guess the ceiling or whatever it was that fell after years and years and years and years of this building being around, and broken glass. I could hear the footsteps crunching, and I could hear the guy going, "Where are they? Where are they?" And he made his way to the other end of the building. So now I'm not moving because I am scared shitless, and I'm like, "Oh man, who are these guys? This is insane." So now I hear a radio, and I hear, which I imagine was the other guy, "Did you find them yet?" And the guy's like, "No, stay off the radio." He's like, I think they're up here, and I don't want them to hear." So now we knew, like, these people, you know, are looking for us. They weren't cops, so like, what the hell are you doing, you know? We wind up looking over to my friend who's hiding across the way, and we're just giving each other faces like, "Oh, is this for real? Like, what's going on? Why are they not leaving?" They walked around the building for an hour, and twice one of the guys came into the attic, and he stood in the doorway, and I could hear him whispering to himself, "There's no way. These kids gotta be crazy if they hide in this attic. I'm not going in there. And this guy's saying this. I am literally underneath his feet, crouched in a sub-attic, and just waiting for him to go away. Eventually, you hear them walk the 3rd floor, walk the 2nd floor. And I imagine they walked the 1st floor as well. For when they got out, we heard the vehicle backing up. And then it pulled back up, and then up and over the inclined road, and drove out of earshot. At which time me and my friend waited another 15 minutes just in case they were waiting for us, and we made a quick dash right out of the woods. Looking back on it now, I imagine that it was the ambulance mechanics that they had that worked there, and they would probably be driving the truck around to test it after they fixed it or repaired it, or, you know, gave it a PM, oil change, whatever. But still, why would you chase kids into a building and search for them for an hour? That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. My legs were on fire from sitting in that sub-attic for an hour and 15 minutes. My calves and my thighs were screaming, and they hurt like for a couple of days afterwards from being in that tight spot.